One more day to go here before this is all real. Where did this one last practice leave you as far as where you feel this team is at to be ready here for tomorrow?
Yeah, I think training camp for me didn't end with the last game. We had practice on Saturday and a practice on Sunday, and that was still a part of training camp for me. Today really is just kind of a get our mindset right, tune up for playing 82 games, and the first one coming tomorrow. So there was a distinct difference in practice for the 3 days. I think we still had a lot of work to do. Saturday and Sunday. Today was your final, get your mind right, tune up to get ready to start the season. So I think we are.
I don't know if we've asked you this before. If we have, I apologize. But
if you did, can we not answer?
You can decline, yeah.
Yes.
You have 2 goalies, right? How are you? I mean, there's no super obvious like this is your number one. Like, how do you plan to use them?
I think the goaltending can be a strength of our team, and that's 2 really good goalies playing good hockey. So, how is it going to start for the season? We'll be seeing both really good goalies in net on a nightly basis, and I think again this can be a strength of our team, the goaltending situation, and that means they both have to play to be able to show that. So that will happen at the start of the season. We will see both the guys in net. Not at the same time, by the way. I saw your question, Mark.
We're talking to Evs earlier, and he was mentioned more about the word compete and how he referenced the October 2nd last preseason game. Guys were laying down, blocking shots, selling out. I mean, now you've seen him. For a guy like him who's been here for 4 years, what does he mean to this group of this leadership?
Yeah, I just think he's a card-carrying member of how you want to be as a professional, how we want to be as a team, and that he's shown examples of that throughout the last 3 years, and how he played last year, how he conducts himself might be a mystery to all of us, but he battled through injury, put it out there every night, and that is the type of leadership we want from everybody. And the reference last game and how we played it, and you see Tanev blocking a shot, you see Matty Beniers blocking a shot. It's a preseason game. It means nothing, but that is competitive hockey. That's winning hockey, and but that's the hockey we want to play. And you see it from a lot of guys. So we blocked a shot in practice yesterday, the rig, and he flashed the belt. Rightfully so, because that's what we want to see from all our players.
How would you wrap up how would you just talk about your first training camp as Kraken head coach for you personally, your return to the NHL? What has these last 2-3 weeks meant for you?
It's like super energizing, to be quite honest. Just dealing with the guys, dealing with the players and the team, and seeing how they respond has been super energizing for me as a coach. So I don't want to say I was anticipating one thing or another, but just the attitude and the mindset of the guys, the players we have in that room has been really refreshing. They have a plan and they have a mission, and they want to change some things about last year, and they have a mindset to do it. So that's been super energizing for me. As camp is such a short time frame. Head coach views it that, anyways. It's tough to feel confident that we're a finished product at this point in time, and frankly we shouldn't be. We're not going to be yet, but you want to be sure you're getting in the mindset and the standard for how we want to operate as a team and how we want to compete. And I think over the last 18 days, I think we've gotten that into the team, and it's one we're going to go forward with.
Dan, you joked at the beginning of camp that this was a camp for your staff as well. What has the process been like for your team? What improvements have you been able to make? Where are you all at?
Yeah, I mean, it's for some of us on the staff, we're new for the first time. Others we've worked together for a year in Buffalo with Bob and 2 years with Jess and CV, and so just getting reacquainted with them and how we operate. But it's been great from that standpoint, because I think they know the expectation that I have, and they've been able, because of the familiarity, to follow suit and be a united front for the players to see. And I've been really encouraged, happy, pleasantly surprised, I guess, about the relationship with Dave. He's been a really a voice in my ear, helping me out along the way, and not only for me but for the players as well. And it's great to see. It's what we're gonna, I hope it should prove to be a positive thing going forward.
As a staff, how do you approach opponents, the Blues tomorrow, teams coming up? How much time do you guys spend talking about who's coming?
A little bit in this case. It's a little bit hard. They haven't played any, regular season hockey games yet, so they're still kind of getting to what they are as a team and how they play. So we will look at their preseason games and kind of look at what they do, but really more a mindset of we have to establish how we are going to play and what kind of team we're going to be with our with every opportunity we get, and that's the first game. So we'll definitely look at the St. Louis Blues, but we're more worried about our guys and our team and how we're going to play.
And then the rest of the season, when you look at a little bit more, what's in?
I definitely. I mean, I think it's. In order to have success, you need to have a real good idea and a real respect for the opponent you're playing, and that comes different every night. Whether it's the Edmonton Oilers or whether it's the St. Louis Blues, and we'll definitely look at that and be looking at ways that we can. I don't want to say dictate the pace and dictate the game so we can play it our way.
Dan, is there an ideal sample size you have for a quality pre-scout of regular season games?
I can tell you how how I do it personally. As like I will always watch the last game that they play, and then the staff will watch the second and third games that they play in bits and pieces or whole parts, and add it to the scout of the previous game that I've gone over. But I really think as a coach I've learned in the past, it's really, yes, you have to be aware of your opponent, you have to be respectful of the opponent and how they play and the pieces that they have, but it's really about your team and how you're going to play the game.
What does a successful season look like for you? Is it as black and white as winning, making the playoffs, winning a championship, or are there other areas that you can look to? If we accomplish X, Y, Z, we'll still be a successful team?
It's a great question. I had a coach at one time say the plan was to win 82 games. We're going to plan to win every one of the games that we play, and I just don't think that's really realistic. That's never happened before, and I don't think it's ever going to happen in the future. But I think the goal for me as a coach is to have the opposition know exactly what they're going to get from us every night, how we're going to compete and how we're going to play, and put it out there every chance we get so that they are talking about how we play. They know what to expect from the Seattle Kraken every night they play us.
Are you rolling with the same four alternate captains as your leadership group, and what do they bring? Larson, Heverly, Schwartz,
category.
I think, and joining those 4 guys, we have a number of other players, and adding Brendan Montour, and I think when you look around the room, I think Will Borgen is growing into a leader. I think Oleksiak has a real leadership quality to him, and how he plays and how he presents himself every night. So there's a lot of guys in that room that we could look to be leaders. You will see those 4 in particular wear letters this year.
Do you plan to name a captain before puck drop tomorrow?
Do I plan to name a captain before puck drop? No. I guess you'll see at puck drop.